Hi, I'm Bob Peters, host of Central Florida Salute. We have a special edition of Salute. We're going to be talking to the manager and the announcer for 1410 The Q, James Floyd, who's putting a float in the Eustis Parade, and we're going to talk about that parade and also meet Colonel Rick Basinger. So stand by. Hello and welcome to Central Florida Salute YouTube. As you know, we always interview veterans and talk about what went on in the veterans community. And one of the places we talk about what's going on in the veterans community is due to a radio station, 1410 The Q AM radio, here in Leesburg. And I'm with the station manager and CEO and everything else. You're all included in one. Mr. James Floyd. We're going to be interviewing you about this upcoming parade. And my other partner on the radio over there is Mr. Rick Basinger, Colonel Rick Basinger, who was with the National Guard for many years. And you came up to me about putting this float in the parade at the George Fest. Tell the people a little bit about the George Fest Parade.
George Fest Parade has been going on for 119 years in the city of Eustis. Currently, they're the #2 longest running George Fest Parade in the United States of America, second to Texas. And currently, Texas has postponed theirs, so it very well could be the longest running George Fest in the United States of America. How cool is that?
That's cool.
This is our third year of putting a float in, and I got to tell you, the city of Eustis just absolutely puts it together. It's a team effort. The first year we just put an AOK float in. We wanted to be a part of it. We actually did our radio broadcast on the float driving through town. And that was kind of cool. And then last year we actually worked with our friends in the city of Leesburg, and we were able to use a pirate ship, and we won first best float last year. And this year the theme was the Spirit of Eustis. As a graduate of Eustis High School, we got spirit. Yes, we do. We got spirit. How about you? I was trying to think outside the box and said, look, what in the world can we do for the Spirit of Eustis? And it dawned on me, what sits in Eustis?
The National Guard Armory.
And so Colonel Basinger and I went and spent a couple of hours. We thought 30 minutes, and we wound up there 2 hours with Sergeant Cash. And we talked about, hey, we'd love to have you guys. We're going to build a float. We're going to honor our veterans and our first responders. What a year this has been. And what a great way to say thank you to them, but to invite all of our veterans, all of our first responders to come and be a part of our float.
And we have veterans from all different towns coming there to be part of this.
I'm excited.
One of our good friends who is in the newspaper all the time, the Chap.
The Chap is going to be there with us?
Yeah, he's going to be there with us, and hopefully we'll see a lot of people there. But, Salute usually is only about veterans type things,
Sure.
But I wanted to do this because I appreciate what you're doing, James. The fact that you wanted to do a float of honor, to honor the people, especially this time, this year.
Sure.
With the COVID going on, the nurses, doctors, first responders, the police, everybody, have really worked so hard to keep us all going.
And they put
I
their
think
lives.
That float is going to be spot on.
They put their lives on the line every day for us. And so we just wanted it to be a thank you to them. We wanted them to know that we love them, we support them. I think our military deserves a little more in medical than I see in the public. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. You guys were in the military, you were willing to make the ultimate sacrifice for us. And sometimes I personally feel, this is my personal opinion, they don't get enough care with doctors. And I have friends that they did blood work because he's anemic, And it's been 3 weeks, and he still hasn't gotten any results from his blood work. And I have a heart for our veterans. I love our veterans. Anytime I walk into a restaurant or a business or even on the street and I see somebody with a military hat, I like to thank them for their service. And it means something. And having you guys here has been an amazing thing. Colonel Keith Oliver, I ran into him, met him. What a blessing he is. And that's how all of this started. And, we're here to support our veterans and our first responders. So we're looking forward to a great weekend down at the George Fest. And, last year we won the best float. I'm not looking to win the best float this year. It'd be nice to win something.
Somehow I knew you were going to mention the fact that you won the best float last year.
Well, we did.
And it's a beautiful float. It was a pirate ship you had.
A pirate ship, yep.
Yeah.
And, how do you overcome that? You just get out there and you continue to do and you try to make it work. We got some surprises that are coming along the way. And, hey, all we're telling everybody is we are thankful to be the local radio station here. We are truly the voice of Lake County.
Yeah, I give you a lot of credit, James. You allow the Colonel and the other Colonel, Keith Oliver, to come on and we talk about veterans issues every Friday from 10 to 11. And there's, that's amazing. You give us that outlet, to get the word out.
Wasn't that what community radio used to be?
Well, it used to be, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Community radio used to be about what's happening in the community, what local businesses. I've been in radio for almost 9 years now, and I've found that no matter what radio station you're with, when somebody gets a big head and all they concerned about is money, well, it tends to drop. But I believe in building relationships. It's not about the money to us. Yes, we need to make a living, but you know what? We are going to do everything in our power to promote every small mom and pop business in Central Florida, and our veterans and our first responders and our law enforcement come in here frequently with us on the radio. We welcome that. We have an open door to that, and we're looking for some fun things. I can tell you that April 3rd will be another Back the Blue walk in downtown Tavares, and I'd be honored for you guys to come and be with me. I'm going to be there. I'm going to walk with our blue. I love everything that our police and our fire and our doctors, our EMTs what our military's done, our freedoms.
I got to be honest with you. I'm excited about it because, a lot of towns throughout the country, you don't see Veterans Day parades anymore.
Right.
And I'm an advocate for a heroes parade.
Yes, sir.
I would love to, I think you share this with me, Mr. Colonel, that we'd love to see everybody getting recognized, the doctors and the nurses, the ambulance people, the firemen, the police, and our veterans. A heroes parade.
Yes, sir. I like the idea.
So
maybe we should have our contacts and your contacts get together.
Maybe we should have all our listeners call their state representatives and, let's do a heroes parade. You're not going to do a Veterans Day parade, at least do a heroes parade and get everybody involved.
You might find a couple of those at our parade tomorrow. There'll be some dignitaries there.
Yes.
And so we're looking forward to that. Thank you for allowing us to promote what you guys do.
Well, James, like I said, Central Florida Salute YouTube is about veterans. It's about education. It's about honor. It's about respect. And we don't just sit down with one group of veterans from World War II or one group from Vietnam or this and that. We've had everybody on the show. We've had
Absolutely.
people from the 1936 Olympics to modern day warriors, to all kinds of benefits to support our veterans community. And what you're doing tomorrow with putting this float in there to make awareness to people, we need to say thank you to all our first responders and our military. And we got to let this guy talk because he doesn't let me talk on the radio.
I was going to say, if we can do that with 21 flags on an 8-foot by 16-foot float, there really is some love being shown on that float. It was 11:30-ish last night when we got through working on the float.
James was texting me and called me last night. And had Keith
multiple times
too.
Because you didn't answer, but
I was trying to get ready for this morning, trying to get my act together. I don't think I've ever seen a float with every flag of every service on it. And James sent me a picture last night, and it's amazing. And then I got to see it in daylight. It was even better.
Yes, we're excited to pull that tomorrow, and Couldn't do it without great local businesses that stand behind us. Our great listeners who bring candy every year faithfully. Thank you to you guys. All the candy that we gave out the last 3 years, it's because our listeners love to be a part of what we do.
My Eagles is there, and hopefully some of my
Eagles
AFF
is there?
members, VFW. We want them all down there.
A huge shout out to Bill Bryan, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Every year they give us a brand new vehicle to pull the float with. So I will be going there at 1:30 today to pick up a brand new pickup truck that we'll be pulling our float with tomorrow. So we're all going to look good anyway.
Yeah, you do a good job of getting the word out about the community, and that's what this is. That's why if you look at the shirt over there and your shirt right here, you got that big Q because it's community. You know, it's usually spelled with a C, but that's okay. Because
We changed that.
Yeah,
it's
you
okay to
changed that.
change the rules a little bit.
All right, and there'll be a lot of people there. Hopefully, we have quite a few people on the float. Two of them are going to be Sandra and Dave Bach, who are Gold Star parents and very good friends of ours. So I'm looking forward to it, and give you guys a last word. Anything you want to say? We're going to wrap this episode up.
I want to say thank you to you for what you've done over the last 10 or 11 years since I've known you, but the volunteered hours that you do in promoting our veterans and keeping the history alive of our veterans. There's not many people that do that, and I salute you for doing that because
thank you.
It is real. You talked a while ago. You don't just talk about Air Force because you're Air Force. You don't just talk about National Guard because he's National Guard or the Marine Corps because of Colonel Keith Oliver, but you do. You've tried to preserve history, and now you can find that at Central Florida Salute on YouTube, and go and spend some time. You got some time. Hey, there's enough trash on TV. Turn that mess off and just go and read and watch and check out some of the stuff that you do. It's amazing. Thank you.
Well, I thank you too. But there's a lady sitting over here recording this.
The lady that's sitting here recording it, we couldn't do it without her taking all the videos.
Sue Cameron from Wild Zebra Media has volunteered for me for well over a year.
Yes.
And now we have become a not-for-profit. So,
Awesome.
Because this lovely lady gives up a
So you want to put your money
work.
to a good place? Central Florida Salute. Put some money there so he can take and give her some love
That's
too.
right. That's right. You know, she volunteers for over a year and a half and never made a dime. And that's just her production company. She loses a day's pay, you know, coming here and volunteering to help me.
Well, thank you, Miss Sue, for what you do for our community.
Wild
and for
Zebra
Bob.
Media.
And I want to give a salute out to this fellow who brought donuts today.
Yes, the donut man.
Because I so needed donuts. I didn't have any breakfast this morning, so that donut was really good. That donut, one, singular.
Been hanging out with these guys for about 11 months now. I've known Bob for many, many, many years. And you need to go to Central Florida Salute and just binge watch.
Yeah.
Just sit down and
Popcorn
check
and a cup of coffee or a glass of iced tea and
He's
just
my
chill.
number one fan. Yeah, he
know.
watches every. And by the way, he will be taping a show with the Colonel
Today.
Today after this.
How
yeah.
cool is that?
So-
well, Bob, thank you. Appreciate it very much.
I thank you for what you do.
Colonel, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
And
It's a lot
thank
of
you,
fun.
Miss Sue, and everybody out there. Just whatever you do, support your local businesses. And if you're looking for a local radio station to promote your local business, I know one.
Yeah, and I thank you for allowing me and the colonels to come on and spread the word about the veterans community and other things that you do for charity.
Thank you.
You're an upstanding man, and I appreciate your friendship.
Thank you, sir.
It's a
Same
privilege.
time.
It's time.
Thank you
It's
both.
time to go.
Okay.
And you know, you're
Clock
not,
on the wall
I know
says that's all.
That's right. I know you're not a veteran, so you salute like this. And of course, Colonel Basinger is a veteran, and he knows how I say goodbye.
Yes, sir.
And this is how we do it. To all our veterans out there, our active military and their families, we salute you for all you do. Till next time.